My understanding
Yeah.
from the Islamic point of view
Yeah.
is that perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that? Where's the source for that?
And frankly, the Quran has been preserved, we believe, since the time of the Prophet till now, word for word, letter for letter, haraka or vowel sign for vowel sign.
Perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that?
Muslim scholars.
Who?
Word for word, letter for letter, haraka or vowel sign for vowel sign.
Zakir Naik is not a Muslim scholar.
He's not a Muslim scholar.
No, he's not a scholar on this.
No,
He's not authority.
Okay.
He's not authority.
Shabi Ali.
Not authority.
I'm just going to keep naming scholars. You're going to go, not an authority.
They're not an authority.
So they.
Who? These teachers are, mashallah, the most qualified teachers in Europe. How does preservation work? And in other words, how has the Quran been preserved?
If it were the case that right now, at this moment, every single mushaf, meaning book or parchment wherein the Quran was inscribed, was to disappear, right now, overnight, in every single Muslim community, you will have exactly the same book with exactly the same letters, with exactly the same vowelings emerge and be transcribed and be recited out loud amongst every single Muslim community worldwide. That's special.
Perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that?
Muslim scholars.
Who?
Okay,
One
Zakir
name.
Naik.
These teachers are, mashallah, the most qualified teachers in Europe.
Exactly the same letters with exactly the same vowelings.
Who?
That's special.
Who? Okay. Who is what he said.
My understanding
Yeah.
from the Islamic.
Who is what he said. Greetings, family. May the peace of Christ be with you all. Please kindly share this video for us. Thank you for being here. In case my voice is coming clear, let me know in the comment section. Or else you can leave a like, you can share this video for us, invite people, tag people, right? And let us educate ourselves together. Let us come together and learn together, okay? So please kindly share this video for us, invite people, tag people. The topic of the day is the Quran really preserved from day one till now? As usual, right? One thing is clear. One thing Muslims hate the most, a Muslim, one thing a Muslim dislike the most is for you to misquote the Quran or to misrepresent Islam. One thing a Muslim definitely dislike is for you to misquote, especially the Quran. If you quote the Quran anyhow or try to portray the Quran in a light, or you read the Quran and leave words out, or just don't read the whole verse, or trying to like manipulate something, Muslims dislike that 100%. Let a Muslim brother confirmed it here right now, okay? 100% they dislike that. But at the same time, one thing I have seen Muslims do or love to do is to misquote the Bible. One thing a Muslim loves to do most when it comes to the Bible is to read out of context. The same energy that they want from you as a Christian, that they want from you as a non-believer, to give to them. At least read the Quran in context. At least don't misrepresent the Quran. At least be fair to the Quran. That is what they want. And they hate it. They dislike it if you read the Quran out of context. No Muslim are like this. But after you have given them this treatment, and then when they pick the Bible, and then they pick a verse, John chapter 17, verse number 3. And then they will read a small portion. The only true God, the Father. They stop. They don't read. They don't read. You see, that is what I'm saying, right? But that's not what I'm here for. When I come here, I try my best to bring what is in the Quran, what you as a Muslim, you acknowledge and accept already. If it is a hadith, it is a, you see, now Muslims are the only religion that I know of that they know themselves they have sources which are corrupt. You see, now they give you the source, you read it to them, and then they will decide, they say this is corrupt. So why are they in your books if they are corrupted? You see now, so the only unprotected religion, to my understanding, how the Muslims themselves, they acknowledge this, that they have corrupted books in their books, or the corrupted saying, things which is in the book, that when you give it to them, he can deny it and say, I don't accept this, this is fabricated, this is daif. But it is okay for them. A religion which already acknowledge that the sources that they have, which is guiding them to salvation, some of them are corrupt. It is mixed with the authentic one, but but they still accept it. You get a point here. But when I come here, I am not here to insult you as a Muslim. No, I am doing exactly what I have seen thousands of Muslims do. They have a platform like this, even bigger than mine, much bigger. They are also what? Reading the Bible and giving and trying to like let people know what is in the Bible. Right? That is exactly what I'm doing here. We are trying to share knowledge. This is what I found in the Quran. This is what is in my Bible. What do you have to say? We can all learn together. This is not about attacking you personally or anything like this. Okay. So if you have this kind of view on me, please correct yourself. Okay. And as I was saying, the topic of today, okay, first of all, Fame Lord Misty, greetings. He says the voice is clear. Thank you for being here, Fame Lord Misty. Abdullah, he says 100%, and he acknowledged this brother Abdullah is always under the comment section, trying very hard. He will never call in. No, because you know that, because under the comment section, right, is he copying and pasting? Nobody, because this interaction by typing, you cannot really express yourself the way you can do that when you come live, right? So whenever it comes to like confrontation, my English is poor, it's not that strong, but I'm still here. Somebody will say, embarrassing myself. Okay, but I'm still here trying to give a space, give a platform where people like us, people not too well intellectual, not too well like learned, but we still come together and still learn something. So you can call in. I put on the links all the time. Let me see. Let me put out the telephone number there, right? The telephone number is there. You can call in. Nobody is asking for you to have any degree before you can call in. Nobody is asking that. Nobody's asking you to have a perfect English, perfect grammar. Nobody's asking you to do so. We will all manage whatever you have to say, just like people are managing with me. Okay, so call in, Abdullah, and let's see the knowledge that you are trying, because it's easy for you to copy and paste. That is what you have been doing. You just copy something and then you post it. Copy and paste. That is why you're very good at it. Okay, so call in and let's see. Okay, Smith Jimmy is here. He said, "Bless you, SSK." Thank you, Smith. Thank you. I appreciate this. I appreciate a lot of sometimes when you come live, and then you can get a lot of energy, right? Especially bad energy from some people trying to pull you down. So it feels a little bit, it feels good. Let me say, like, it feels good when you hear some people also like giving you more hope, like more energy, good energy to encourages you to do what you are doing, right? People who likes the truth, when they come on the platform, they like to also show themselves like this, like Smith is doing here, okay, and then saying something nice to me. So I appreciate this. Okay, Shalom, Ramil. Okay, Shalom, greetings from KSA. Okay, Shalom, brother. Okay, Abdullah is also here. He says, absolutely, yes, absolutely. I don't really know which one is absolutely is for, right? Absolutely, it may be this, yes, absolutely is for when I made a statement that we can all come together and learn from each other We are not here to attack. I don't know if this absolutely goes for that statement, or this absolutely can also go for when I said about Muslims dislike when you misquote the Quran, right? Muslims dislike. I don't know if he's a Muslim. I'm not saying he's a Muslim, but I don't really know. Okay, because I have to be very careful. Sometimes, right? Somebody, you can look at the name and then you automatically think that somebody is a Muslim, but no, you don't have to be. There could be a Christian who is called Muhammad. There could be somebody who is like an ex-Muslim who carries the name like Abdullah, who carries the name Muhammad, who carries the name like Tawfiq. So, I don't know. He carries a name which in the mainstream or automatically you may think that he is a Muslim or she is a Muslim, but it doesn't have to be. But somebody can also ask you a question as a Christian. He or she is asking you a question because he has this kind of name, like an mainstream Islamic name. You automatically think he's a Muslim, but maybe he's an ex-Muslim who is trying, who maybe he's an atheist. Let's say like he's an atheist and he's questioning you. Because he is questioning you with a name like Muhammad, you automatically assume he is a Muslim. So sometimes I have to be very careful. I've done these mistakes a lot. Now I have to be very careful. Not all people carrying the name like that is a Muslim automatically. Okay. So sometimes if you approach people, you have to be very careful. Okay. Shem is also here. He said, keep it on, brother. Okay, Shem, but that's it. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to keep it on. My brother from another place, okay, it's a Seto SSK. What is it? I like the truth. Please tell me what is your definition of the truth. This is what my brother is asking me. What is my definition of the truth? My definition of the truth is Jesus Christ. Because he is the truth. What is your definition of truth? That is Jesus Christ. Okay, call me. Let's have a conversation. Okay, truth is a very complicated word. Truth is a very complicated word. You cannot use one word to define it the way you want, because the truth for you might not be the truth for me. But if you ask me in general, Jesus is the truth. Okay, because somebody gave an example like this. Not all truth, that you cannot verify all truth. You cannot, right? Let's say I have a headache. I have a very severe headache. I have a headache, right? And then and then somebody said, like, in the name of Jesus, be healed, right? And then truly, my headache is gone. As soon as this person said it, in the name of Jesus, be healed from this headache. And truly, my headache is gone. If I am telling you this, right, you may not believe it. I cannot prove it to you, but it's true. The headache is gone. You get a point here. So this is the truth. This is something which is true to me, but it may not be true to you. You may not even accept it because I cannot maybe demonstrate it to you. I cannot prove it to you physically how this happened. You see the point? But it's still true because the headache is gone. If it had something to do with the prayer that he prayed for me, you can argue about this, but the fact is the headache is gone. And that will be a true statement. That will be a true thing. You get a point here. So the truth, I remember when Ben Mushe was doing the debate, he was asked this question too, right? And it was, he also hesitated. He was also like, Puba, because you cannot give a straightforward answer. Sometimes the truth is complicated. Okay, let me say it like this. But the truth is Jesus Christ, because he said, I am the way, the truth. Okay, he is the truth. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say. Exactly. He says, as CP says, the term needs definition when talking with a Muslim, as the definitions are different. Okay, so topic for today is the Quran really preserved as the Muslims claim? We just saw a video from Mohammed Hijab, a Muslim brother who he himself before already claimed that the Quran has been preserved from day one till now. But because he has done research, because when he was saying this statement, he was young. You see, that was the narrative that has been given to them from day one. They have been programmed, they have been taught to say it. just by repeating it, repeating it, right? So they keep on repeating it, and it's clear. It seems to be like a true statement, but it's not. So after he himself, he did his research, and he know that the Quran, they have versions of the Quran. Versions of Quran are there. Arabic Quran. And they will say this is the different dialect. Okay, but they are different meaning. They have different meaning. Right? So after he did his research, now he wants to retract what he said before. Let's watch the video one more time. Let's watch the video one more time.
My understanding,
Yeah.
from the Islamic point of view,
Yeah.
is that perfect preservation means there is no
Let's watch the video. Okay, I hope you can hear it. Let me put it on the screen.
My understanding,
Yeah.
from the Islamic point of view,
Yeah.
is that perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that? Where's the source for that?
And frankly, the Quran has been preserved, we believe, since the time of the Prophet till now. Word for word, letter for letter, haraka or vowel sign for vowel sign.
Perfect preservation means there is no change in any of the Arabic word
Yeah.
for word, letter for letter.
Good.
Right?
Where's the source for that?
Muslim scholars.
Who?
You see the point here? He is asking the same question. The same question that Muhammad Hijab is saying right now. You see, when you look on the screen right now, you can see him there, right? He is the one who he was young at this time. The Quran has been preserved. But when the Christian brother is asking him the same question, he is asking for where? Who said it? Where is your source for that? You see the logic here? Let's continue.
Word for word, letter for letter, haraka or vowel sign for vowel sign.
Word for word, letter for letter, vowel sign for vowel sign. Isn't it even a true statement? At the time of Prophet Muhammad, when the Quran was revealed, apparently, right? Did they have these vowel signs on in Arabic? Maybe the Muslim can join us and then educate us more. But when it comes right now, he knows that that's not a true statement. Because we have videos from him himself, from Muhammad Hijab himself, like debating with another Muslim who is a Quran-only Muslim. And he was making the claim, okay, when it comes to the reading of the Quran, like Surah Al-Fatiha, we have two types of reading. In one of the reading, in the wash reading, in the Hafs reading, they are not the same. You get a point? In the wash reading, in the Hafs reading, they are not the same. So which one of these, if the Muslim brother, the one he was speaking with, if he denies the hadith, which one of the reading is he going to choose? Because according to his understanding or the logic that he was applying, is only in the hadith that you will know that the Quran has been revealed in different modes. Only in the hadith. In the Quran itself, Allah never said anywhere that in the Quran, according to what he was saying, in the Quran, you will not know that Allah has revealed the Quran in different dialects or different modes. Right? You don't know this in the Quran. So it is the hadith which is planting this in their head, that the Quran has been revealed in different dialects. So when you see any other dialect, it is still from Allah. So he was like questioning the Muslim who only accepts the Quran. So when you find the Quran which reads like Malik Yomidin, and then he said another one. One is king, one is owner. The meaning, right? It's similar, but not the same. They are similar, but not the same. So that was his logic. So he knows himself that we have different Qurans out there. And that is not new. All the Muslims, they are what? All the Muslims, modern day Muslims, they acknowledge this. Watch this one.
Today, most Muslims read the Quran in a text that is referred to as the Egyptian edition of 1924. But this is not the only text of the Quran that is read throughout the world. In North Africa, there is a slightly different text that is based on a slightly different reading, mostly corresponding to what we read in the rest of the world, but with some slight variations that do not affect anything that Muslims believe and do not have any major impact on any Muslim practices. And then too, in some parts of Africa, there is another reading of the Quran and a matching manuscript that is prevalent. And here too, we find some slight variations that do not affect Muslim beliefs and do not affect Muslim practices.
Did you hear that? So Muslims themselves, the scholars themselves, they are acknowledging that they have like different Qurans, but it doesn't affect the practices. But we have the versions, the variations are there. But when you don't know, and they are questioning you, they will say, who told you this? We are going to read more hadith here. Okay, we are going to read more hadith here. Let's finish watching this video and then we will move on to more references from their own sources.
Zakir Naik is not a Muslim scholar.
He's not a Muslim scholar.
No, he's not.
Ahmed Didat.
He's not a scholar on this. He's
No,
not authority.
Okay,
He's not authority.
Shabi Ali.
Not authority.
I'm just going to keep naming scholars. You're going to go, not an authority.
They're not an authority.
So
So now he's going to give us an authority because the Christian brother is asking him this question. He's trying to deny it. He himself is going to give us somebody who is an authority.
Who? These teachers are, mashallah, the most qualified teachers in Europe. How does preservation work? And in other words, how has the Quran been preserved?
If it were the case that right now, at this moment, every single mushaf, meaning book or parchment wherein the Quran was inscribed, was to disappear, right now, overnight, in every single Muslim community, you will have exactly the same book with exactly the same letters, with exactly the same vowelings emerge and be transcribed and be recited out loud amongst every single Muslim community worldwide.
That is a statement that he's making, but is it a true statement? Because is it going to recite from the Wash Quran or is it going to recite from the Hafs or Aduri? There are a lot of which mode is he going to recite? Because according to the Hadith, Allah said the Quran was revealed in 7 modes, depending on which Hadith you read. So if the person is reciting, when you go to North Africa, right? Algeria, North Africa, when you go there, they have a different Quran that they are using, which is not the same like what the mainstream Quran is, the Hafs Quran. So which one are you going to recite? And that was what Sheikh was saying.
Today, most Muslims read the Quran in a text that is referred to as the Egyptian edition of 1924. But this is not the only text of the Quran that is read throughout the world. In North Africa, there is a slightly different text that is based on a slightly different reading, mostly corresponding to what we read in the rest of the world.
So it's not from me. I am giving you from their own sources, from their own sheikhs, right? So don't blame me. Shabi Ali is the name, right? Shabi Ali is the name. So that is how they play the games, right? Please now, if you are watching me from YouTube or Facebook, please share this video for us, okay? Share. It is important, right? In the information that we are giving, it is going to be there. I am not going to be here forever, but people are going to be there. And people are being manipulated. They are being presented with wrong information, being lied to. A lot of people are being lied to. The truth has been hidden from them. So me showing you all these references, you too, you have to do something. Okay, if you are not subscribing to the channel, if you are not liking the videos, if you are not like doing any, please share this video for us. Let people also see this, that yes, we can speak about religion without insulting. We can speak about, we can disagree without fighting. That is what we are doing here. So please share this video for us. Give a like if you're on YouTube. Okay. Leave a comment. And please also, you can share this video on Facebook for us. Okay. That is a beautiful thing to do. Now let me put some hadiths on the screen, and then let's read them together. As I am saying, what I don't want to do, what I don't want the Muslim to do to me, to my scripture, I don't want to do to their scriptures, to their sources, to their references, right? I have to acknowledge, even if I disagree with what the reference is saying, I have to still acknowledge what the reference is saying and represent it how it is. This is not from the Quran. This is a beautiful verse from the Bible. We are going to go according to their own sources to prove, or to see, we will see that according to their own sources, the Quran has not been preserved. But as I was saying, one thing a Muslim dislike is for you as a Christian, for you as a non-believer, to misread or misinterpret, or to like read a verse from the Quran out of context. But when they are reading the Bible, they read it out of what? Context all the time. I don't get this. The telephone line, the telephone number is on the screen, right? So if you want to call in, you can do so. If you have the courage and the knowledge to call, please call, okay? I have taken it out because I want to show people this verse clearly. Okay. Well, I want people to see the verse clearly, okay? This is John chapter 20, verse number 27. Verse number 27 to 29. And this is what it says, right? This is, listen to this conversation. They always ask the same question. Muslims always ask the same question. Where did Jesus say, I am God? They say Jesus is only a prophet. He was sent, what? By Allah, according to the Muslims when they are speaking. But a prophet of God will never accept, according to, if you were a prophet, you will not accept worship, or you will not accept to be called God. You will have to deny it. Now listen to what Jesus said. According to this statement, Thomas, who is an eyewitness, who is there with Jesus Christ is standing in front of Thomas. Right? Jesus is standing in front of Thomas, and this is what Thomas said. Then he said to Thomas, who said to Thomas? Jesus said to Thomas, Jesus is now speaking, reach your finger here and look at my hands, and reach your hands here and put it into my side. Do not be unbelieving, but believing. So Thomas, like, examine Jesus, if that is Jesus, because this is after the resurrection. He examined him. Do you have nails in your hands? After he has done this examination, because Thomas was doubting, Jesus said, do not be unbelieving, but believing. And Thomas answered. So this is a direct speaking. Jesus is speaking with Thomas. Thomas answered and said to him, to who? To Jesus, my Lord, my God. Look at the statement. And Jesus said to him, no, Thomas, don't call me that. Don't call me God. You are blaspheming. Is that what Jesus said? Is that what Jesus said? No. So Thomas saying, my Lord, my God, the response from Jesus is supposed to be, worship God alone, worship the Father. He is the only God. Why are you worshiping? Why are you calling me God? No, Jesus didn't say this. Jesus said to Thomas, Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed. What has he believed? What has Thomas believed? Why did Thomas is calling him God? So when the Muslim sees this clearly in the Bible, they deny Jesus didn't call himself God. You see what I mean? They will still misrepresent it, and they will find something to say about this and deny this. But if you do the same thing, you don't even have to do the same thing. You read their book for them in context, like I am reading this in context, and they get angry. Some of them at least. Jesus said to him, Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. You get a point? So Thomas calling him God, my Lord, my God, Jesus never denied or rebuked Thomas for doing so. That means he acknowledged. That is a confirmation that he is what Thomas is saying he is. Okay? And this is a clear verse. John chapter 20, verse 27 to 29. That is the context. If anyone is asking you, give me a where Jesus say, I am God, if the person is honest to himself, he cannot deny this fact. Because he's being called God in front of his face, and he never denied it. Okay? So this is a clear statement. Okay? If you're a Muslim and if you're honest, you are sincere to yourself, you want to know what Jesus said, this is it. And this is why a lot of Muslims are very, very, very busy trying to discredit the Bible. Because if they don't discredit the Bible, and then they'll have to say, oh, the Bible has been corrupted, it has been changed, you cannot trust who wrote all this statement, so that you will not believe in what is in the Bible. They have to do all this because what they have, right, they know according to their own sources, is not original. It's not original. But so they want to discredit you so that you will not believe in the Bible, right? Because they know what is in there is the truth. So they want to discredit it. Now let's go to what the Hadith says. Okay, not what I am going to say, but what the Hadith says. I try my best to be fair. You can see it clearly on the screen. Is the Hadith, is the Quran preserved? I am not the one going to speak. We just read the sources. So if you disagree, not with me, that you disagree with your own source, okay? And these are the references are here. You can see them clearly on the screen. So don't come at me because I am not the one who wrote this. Please. Let's go. Let's see who is the one reporting this hadith. That is Aisha. And who is Aisha? She is the mother of the believers. So according to Islam, the wife of the Prophet, Aisha, the woman who got married at the age of 6 years old, right? She is the mother of the believers. And this is what she is reporting. Who got married at the age of 6 years old. And this is what she is reporting. So please, don't come at me. Don't come for me. I am not the one saying this. Aisha, Allah be pleased with her, reported that it has been revealed in the Quran. At least, he says in the Holy Quran. And this is very interesting, okay? I don't know. Listen carefully. Because Baba Shuaib made a claim, and there are other Muslims who are making the claim that there is nowhere. Okay, Baba Shuaib's claim was that Prophet Muhammad is not called the Holy Prophet. That was the claim of Baba Shuaib, I think. And another Muslim brother was making the claim that the Quran is not holy. It's not the Holy Quran. I think I posted a video about that. That Muslim brother was saying the Quran is not the holy, because nowhere in Islam does it say Holy Quran. But according to this hadith, maybe it is only in the English translation. Maybe it is not found in the Arabic. That's what they mean. Because we know in the English translations, you cannot really depend on it. Because they are translating it for you. They know how to translate it, right? So here, according to this statement, reported that it had been revealed in the Holy Quran. In the Holy Quran, that 10 clear suckling makes the marriage unlawful. So according to this statement, if you are sincere and honest to yourself, and the Quran has been preserved from day one to now, Aisha, who is the mother of the believers, is saying in the Holy Quran, there was a verse, the 10 clear suckling makes the marriage unlawful. It was in the Holy Quran. The Quran has not been changed. It has been preserved from day one till now. But we can't find this verse nowhere in the Quran. You get what I mean? This verse, we don't find it in the Quran. So where is the preservation? Listen carefully. We continue the verse. It's not ended. It's only a comma. Then, so at one time, it was revealed in the Quran, the 10 clear suckling that makes the marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated. Listen carefully. Then it was abrogated and substituted by 5 suckling. So the 10 in the Quran, there are verses which have been abrogated. But still, the abrogated verse is still in the Quran. That is how you will know, okay, this verse was there and it was abrogated and it was given another verse substitute with this verse. Right? So the abrogated verses cannot be thrown out from the Quran. That is the preserved word of Allah. So you cannot say because it is abrogated, you can throw it away. You can take it out from the Quran. It has to be in the Quran for a specific period of time. This is what Allah ordered for you. And then there came a time Allah changed the order. Let me say it like this before somebody gets offended. Allah changed the order, not his mind, but the order of how you should suck. He changed it from 10 to 5. So we should find this verse in the Quran, which is 10 clear suckling, right? And then we see the abrogated by the substitute verse, which is by 5 suckling. We can't find the 5 suckling too in the Quran anywhere. So Aisha, who is the mother of the believer, said this was in the Holy Quran. I'm reading their own source, so please. This is what it's supposed to be in the Holy Quran. Now we don't find the 10. We don't find the 5 suckling. And Allah's apostle, listen, we continue. And Allah's apostle died. And it was before that time found in the Holy Quran. Before Allah's apostle died, it was found in the Holy Quran. Listen, if he didn't say it was found in the memorization of the people memorized it. No. She said it was found in the Quran and recited by the Muslims. So if the Quran is really, really preserved, like what the Muslims say, is Aisha, the mother of the believers, is she a liar according to you? If she is a liar and she is lying here according to you, then she cannot be trusted, because according to the Muslims, any liar, you cannot accept any hadith from a liar. It is on the screen. I've given you the reference, Sahih Muslims 1452a. She insists that it was in the Quran. Look at this, in the Holy Quran. So please, if the Quran hasn't been changed, if the Quran has been preserved, then please now show us where this verse is. Maybe I am misunderstanding something. Maybe there is an explanation somewhere. Maybe. You never know. Maybe the Arabic is different. Maybe if I learn Arabic, I will understand this. But till then, can you prove to us that this is a lie? I posted this on my platform on Facebook. None of the Muslims were able to say it's a fabricated hadith. Nobody ever said this. So where is this verse in the Quran now? If the Quran has been preserved from day one to now. Allah apostle died, and it was before that time found in the Holy Quran and recited by the Muslims. Okay? So, where is the preservation? As usual, that is why they are more focused to tarnish the image of the Bible. Because they themselves, their sources are like going against them. I know some Muslims call me, at least they claim to be Muslims. They say what you are saying is true. We know, we have seen. But the thing is, it has become like a society, right? This is it's a movement, a society, their family, everything it's involved. The culture and everything has become like Islam is not only like going to mosque and coming home. It has become part of their system. Some of them are in a situation that they cannot like come out and say, I don't believe in this anymore. Publicly, at least publicly, he or she cannot. Because if he or she does so, he will be like distance. They will distance themselves from him or her, right? So he has to be cool. He has to just play the role. Play your role. Just play your role. But my thing is, if you truly believe in God, if you believe there is a creator, there is God, and your salvation is on the line, you believe that there is God and you are going to be judged, and your salvation is on the line, and the life that we have on this earth is very limited, it's very short in compared to the afterlife. So why are you risking that? Because you are responsible for yourself, right? You are responsible for yourself. So you have to let the truth come out. If you know that that's not true, the one that you are following is not true, and you believe that. Look at this Muslim brother. He says Jesus never wrote a book. Oral recitation to his disciples, traditional way. So this Injil that Jesus have in the Quran, who wrote it according to the Quran? Who wrote that Injil? I asked this question the other time when I came live. One Muslim brother said, Jesus, there was no book was written. The other Muslim came and said, no, book was written. See now? But let's continue. So this one clear verse, one clear hadith, authentic hadith that proves. Okay, let me show it in full so that people can see them. If you want to make a screenshot, let me get myself out from the picture. You don't need me. So if you want to make a screenshot, you can make a screenshot for yourself so that anytime a Muslim wants to deceive you and say the book has been preserved, you just say, okay, fine. If that is what you are telling me, you are saying this with your mouth. But this is what your sources say. What do you have to say about this? Just give it to them. Let them read it for themselves. And demand them, ask them. So this 10 verses, 10 suckling, whatever this means, that's a different topic. The meaning of this 10 suckling is that it has its own topic. Right? It has its own topic. But let him ask him or her, where is the 10 clear suckling? Oh, it has been abrogated. Okay, fine. So where is the 5? It has been abrogated and substituted by 5 suckling. And it was in the Quran. Look at this. It is in the Quran. Where is it? Ask them. Let him read it and demand answer. Don't be like, accept anything. Let him read and let him answer you. Okay? Now let's read this one before we go to the next one. Okay? Another again, Sunnah Ibn Majah. It is on the screen. Somebody was already speaking about this verse. It is on the screen. So don't blame me. I am not the one saying this. This is also coming from who? From Aisha. And who is Aisha? The wife of Prophet Muhammad, the mother of the believers. Okay? That is, it is possible for Aisha to be the mother of the believers, but it's impossible for us to be the children of God. God doesn't have children. How can God have a son? Did Aisha give birth to you? How can you be the son of Aisha? You see, figuratively, that is okay for them to see Aisha as the mother. But we cannot call Jesus, God, the father. No, figuratively, it doesn't. It's a different logic when it comes to Islam or Muslims sometimes, okay? Let's read what it says here. Sunnah Ibn Majah, 1944. Okay, 1944. That is the number. It was narrated that Aisha said, so not Seto, SSK is saying, Aisha is the one saying, the verse of stoning and of breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed. Listen carefully, two things was revealed here. The verse of stoning, when they say it was revealed, which means the angel Gabriel, according to the Muslims, is the betweener between Allah and Prophet Muhammad. So the angel is the one doing the revelation. So he said it was revealed. And according to the previous hadith that we just saw, she said the breastfeeding part, it was in the Quran, which will mean the stoning too is in the Quran. Where in the Quran today, this modern day Quran that we have, do we find any verse speaking about you stoning? The topic of the day is the Quran really preserved from the time of Muhammad till now? Because according to their own sources, they are telling us some things which was in the Quran, which we don't find it today. So who took them out? And this is what they are reporting to us. Imagine what maybe they have not even reported. I'm not the one, I'm just reading the source. And I don't want to be like some of the Muslims do, misrepresent things. That is why I try my best to show it to you on the screen. So even if I misread something, you have the eyes too. You can read it first. You can read proper than me, better than me. You can call in and then educate me. That's why I have also telephone number out there. The link, I give it out. I'll give the link out too, so that you can call in and join. The verse of stoning and of breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed. And the paper was with me under my pillow. So listen carefully. You have to break the words down. The verse was revealed. Prophet Muhammad told them, but at this time it was written on a paper, at least on a material, on something. I am not the one who wrote this hadith. As I'm saying, it is from the Islamic sources. Sunnah Ibn Majah, 1944. Don't come to me and blame me, please. If there is any misunderstanding, blame the sources, not the messenger, right? So this verse, the Muslim says, all the recitations, it has been memorized, right? Is that not what the guy said? The guy in the video, he was saying everything has been memorized. Let me try and show him one more time, okay? I want people to get this clear. He was saying, if all the books, all the Quran in this universe disappear, the Quran can come back. So they have memorized everything from day one to now. Okay, so let's listen to him one more time. Let's listen to him.
Quran was
Work. And in other words, how has the Quran been preserved?
if it were the case that right now at this moment every single mushaf, meaning book or parchment wherein the Quran was inscribed, was to disappear right now, overnight, in every single Muslim community, you will have exactly the same book with exactly the same letters, with exactly the same vowelings emerge and be transcribed and be recited out loud amongst every single Muslim community worldwide.
Did you hear that? So even if, and this practice was there from the beginning, right? From at the time of Prophet Muhammad, they have been memorizing the Quran. So Aisha, the mother of the believers, is telling us here that the goat, right, or a sheep, or let's say that we haven't reached there yet, the paper was under her pillow, right? So even if the paper disappears, magically disappears, the paper vanishes, still they have the memory, they have memorized the Quran or not. So we still should find it in the Quran today. This is not even an excuse, because the Muslims always tell us they have memorized the Quran. So who cares what happens to the paper, which the verse was on? Look at this excuse that she's giving. But let's continue. And the paper was with me under my pillow when the messenger of Allah died. We were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came in and ate it. So a sheep came to and ate the paper on which the Quran verse, Angel Gabriel came extra from Allah. Allah sent Angel Gabriel to deliver this message, and a sheep ate it, and nobody was able to memorize this, to put it in the Quran, because it is a revelation revealed. We continue by saying, number one, these verses were abrogated in recitation, but not ruling. Other hadith established the number for the fosterage to be 5. So the number of breastfeeding, I think that is what she's talking about here, is to be 5. So the abrogated verses, if a verse is abrogated, it does not disappear from the Quran. The logic that some people think that verses has been abrogated, therefore it shouldn't be in the Quran, is wrong. Because we have abrogated verses in the Quran. It's not something new. You get a point? We have abrogated verses in the Quran. So I don't know why they keep on saying, some of the Muslims, they use that as an argument that, oh, the verse has been abrogated, and so it was there in the Quran, and the Quran hasn't been changed. So you get a point here. There is one verse in the Quran which was talking about alcohol is good. I've forgotten this verse. Alcohol is good. It is for the people who reason. Right? I've forgotten this verse. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find this verse. I'm trying to remember the key words for the verse. Anyway, if somebody is on the line and remembers the verse speaking about alcohol being good, and then later on was abrogated and then said alcohol is from the devil, the alcohol being good part is in the Quran still. It wasn't thrown out. Right? This verse has missed me. Let me see again. Okay, yes. Quran chapter 16, verse number 67. Okay. Let me try and put it on the screen. So there are verses you can find in the Quran which has been abrogated, and yet still in the Quran still. Just because it is abrogated doesn't mean it doesn't exist anymore in the Quran. No. Or just because the Muslims don't follow it doesn't mean it's not in the Quran. Like this verse here, Quran chapter 16, verse 67. Right? And of the fruits of the date palm and grapes, whence ye derive strong drink and also good nourishment. Lo, therein is indeed a potent for people who have sense. So here, Allah is not condemning like strong drink. No condemnation. If you go and read according to the understanding of the Muslims, their own translation, their own commentary, tafsir, they will say, according to this verse, alcohol was permissible, it was permitted, and then it was abrogated. Not my understanding, the understanding of the Muslims themselves. You get a point here. So because something has been abrogated doesn't mean it disappears automatically. So if the Quran has not been changed, we should still find everything Angel Gabriel brought from heaven down. We should still see them in the Quran, and then we will see the verse that abrogates it also in the Quran. Stop focusing too much on Abdullah. He's here to distract. He don't want you to listen to what is going on. You see, he don't want to call in. He wants you to be distracted. He wants you to be distracted from what we are doing. He doesn't want you to share. He doesn't want you to like. He will bring a whole different topic. And that is the game that they play. He was speaking about Isa, according to the Quran, was not given a book, right? Nothing was written down. Look at the logic here. The same. Listen, watch this video. Watch this video.
For sure.
Like example now, chapter 5, verse 47, Allah said in Injil, that book was there Jesus' time.
Yeah.
And Jesus was preaching the book that was given by Allah.
I want to understand, right?
Yeah.
You're saying at the time of Jesus' ministry, which would be the last 3 years of his life,
Yes.
he was preaching a book that God inspired in his head and his heart.
Yes,
that
was
he then
given,
went and,
was given.
Are you talking about physically given?
Yes.
Who wrote those things that were physically given to him?
Those books came from Allah. The author of that book
How
is
did they
Allah.
become physical?
The book existed Jesus' time. It's like Quran, we believe is like Quran, physical.
See, historically, would you agree with my friend here? He said that Isa
Yes.
was given
A
physically
book. Yes,
a
a
book
book like
called
Torah,
the Injil
Torah.
during his ministry here on earth.
Yes,
Would you agree with
he
that?
was given, yes, a book.
Given
in
a
Islam.
physical book?
Yes.
Like this? He
Yes.
had a physical book. Would you
Yes.
agree with that?
In Islam, yes.
Do you agree with that?
No, in Islam,
no.
yes. No, in Islam.
No.
No, in Islam, I'm giving you the verse. Yes, a book. He was given a book. That book came down from Allah. Because Allah said, Bima anzalallah. He used same as the Quran. Who reveals the Quran? Allah. And who's the author of Quran? Allah. The author of Injil
I can
is
see
Allah.
how you're taking that literally, but historically that can't have been the case.
No, I'm using my Quran. I'm using the Quran because you are using the Quran
Yeah.
to justify your points.
Okay, so
I'm
you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'm using the Quran to disapprove the Bible is not the book that was given to Jesus.
Okay, just so I don't misrepresent you
Yes.
or I don't lie. I mean, it's very important that when we so I need clarification
You know
from
how
you.
I say
So what? He said what? So was he given a book? The guy is saying a book directly. So who wrote that book? Ask the Muslim these questions. When he was born, according to the Muslim, Isa started speaking. Was he speaking from this book? You see, when the devil wants to deceive you, Christian Prince said this. I was listening to him one time. Doesn't matter how. The devil, he will use any way to deceive you. The Bible, even the devil can come like as an angel of light. He can create a whole new religion, make it seem as if it is from God just to deceive you. The Bible already warned you, if anybody comes with a Jesus, a different Jesus, it's a sign for a fake. Let him be cursed. You are following a Jesus which has nothing to do with the Bible. And you are, even though the Bible warns you, the warning sign is there. You have the warning sign. And you are still ignoring the warning sign, thinking you are on the right path. Let's continue, okay? Let's continue with the program because I want to show you more verses, more hadiths, at least from their own sources, to prove my point. So whatever I'm saying here, it's not like I am sitting here in my room, right? In my big room here, as you can see, I have my piano right there. As you can see, right? Now saying whatever comes in my head. No, I am showing you references from sources which they cannot deny because it's authentic. It's not like they can say this is Daif. No. So if you have any problem, deal with the references, not with me. Okay. So if the verses are abrogated, it doesn't mean it disappears from the Quran. No, it does not mean so. If verses are abrogated, it is still in the Quran, and then you will find the verse that abrogates it also in the Quran. Because the words of Allah cannot be changed. So nobody has the right to say this verse has been abrogated, take it out from the Quran. Nobody. Okay, so this is another second hadith. I have presented now two hadiths, which both of them clearly indicate or tell us that the Quran that was there at the time of Prophet Muhammad is not the same as today. Because at the time of Prophet Muhammad, the verse of stoning was revealed. Where is it today? According to Aisha, not according to me. Whenever you are reading something like this, some people will say you are trying very hard to tarnish the image of Islam. Why? Just by reading your sources? Look at the brother here is saying, yes, at SSK TV. You are right on the devil coming like an angel, like the angel of light. He comes like that. He comes like the light go Paul, who formed the so-called Christianity today. Can you prove this? When Paul, compare Paul to who? To Muhammad. The one who came to Muhammad attacked Muhammad, pressed Muhammad. Paul was a wicked man. Before him becoming Paul was Saul. He was a wicked man. He was doing horrible things. Muhammad, according to your understanding, was a very good man. Even people call him the trustworthy, according to your stories. We don't find this in the Quran. When we read the Quran, all we hear from the Quran is people not believing in Muhammad. They didn't trust Muhammad. They didn't believe in Muhammad. That's what the Quran says. The people around Muhammad disbelieved in what Muhammad was bringing. They were challenging Muhammad. But when you come outside the Quran, they say everybody trusted Muhammad. Muhammad was he was the bank. People come and give Muhammad their treasure for Muhammad to keep. That was how honest he was. That's what they tell me. That's what they told me, at least. Okay. So even though Muhammad, according to the narrative, was the very good man, not like Paul was before he became Saul, not like Saul was before he became Paul. And yet, when he was in the cave, the angel came and attacked him. How do you even know that is an angel from God? That is why these symptoms. Paul, when he had this encounter, he didn't go out straight. Somebody came to confirm Paul. God, Jesus Christ, revealed himself to another person and told that person, Ananias. Jesus Christ told Ananias, go this place, go this place. There is a man called Paul. He is blind. Go and do this to him. And that will be the confirmation. Something like this. The Bible gives us confirmation. It's not like Paul said secretly. He went somewhere. It happened to him. He came and then he started. No. He needed a confirmation. And God himself, Jesus Christ, sent Ananias to Paul. It's not like Paul going around looking for somebody to confirm it for him. But when it happened to Muhammad, when he came home, he never came home with joy in his heart, feeling proud. I have had an encounter with the angel of God. My Allah has revealed himself through the angel to me. He didn't do such a thing. He came home panicking, thinking something was going to happen to him. Something bad is going to happen to him. He didn't know what happened to him. That is what you should think about yourself. Can you show us any prophet from the Bible? You say Prophet Muhammad is just like all the other prophets. He came with the same message, right? Can you show us any other prophet who an angel came and attacked the way Muhammad was attacked? Pressed severely 3 times. Going home, still don't know. Going home, still don't know what happened to him. And then his wife, Khadija, had to direct him to somebody the Quran doesn't even acknowledge or mention, who is Waraka. Who is Waraka? Is he a prophet of Allah? You get a point here. Who is Waraka? So that is what you should think about. And then you are taking your salvation from the man who didn't know what came to him, and somebody, an old man, Waraka, who was not there, is the one who is telling him that was angel that came to you in the cave. How did the Waraka know? Which angel behaved like what? Which angel behaves like that according to the scriptures? Can you give us an example of any angel that behaved like what happened to Prophet Muhammad, so that it will be the confirmation? My brother, you have been warned. I'm telling you, okay? I'm telling you, be smart. Don't wait till it's too late. Jesus Christ said it in the Bible. Like some people, right? I'm just paraphrasing because I'm not well versed when it comes to the scriptures. And I know a lot of people, they can give you the quotations. Maybe that is what I have to do. I have to also study the Bible well. But Jesus said, right, when the cup, outside the cup, they keep it clean. But in the cup, it's very dirty. But if you keep the inside the cup, if you keep it clean, the outside will also be clean. But by keeping the in clean, the outside will be clean. Just because a religion looks from the outside very good, doesn't mean in it is good. Okay, so don't follow the crowd. Everybody is doing this, so you're going to do this too. Reason, check what is in it first. In it, and then you will know. So if you check what is in the books, this is what is in the books. The Quran verses are missing. That's what in the book, that's what their books are saying. Okay, so 2 verses down, 2 hadiths down, all of them authentic. This is the 3rd hadith, not the last, but the 3rd. Okay, so this hadith too is from Sahih Muslims 1050. Sahih Muslim 1050. I am not the one. I didn't write this. I'm just what? The messenger. I'm just reading what the sources say. Okay. So, as I'm saying, let's read it, and please make a screenshot. You can also edit this video part and post it. Let the people see what they're supposed to say. If somebody is lying to you, thinking you are a fool, you are ignorant, you don't know, so he can lie to you, give him this reference. Say, okay, can you read it for me? Okay. Abu Hab B. Abu Aswad reported on the authority of his father that Abu Musa sent, okay, for the reciters of Basra. They came to him and they were 300 in numbers. 300 in number. Okay. They recited the Quran, and he said, so we have the reciters from the Quran, 300 in number. They came, they recited the Quran, and he said, you are the best amongst the inhabitants of Basra, for you are the reciters among them. The reciters are the best. So continue to recite it, but bear in mind, into brackets, which means it is not in the Arabic, okay? Whatever is in the bracket is not in the Arabic, but let's read it. Bear in mind that you're reciting for a long time may not harden your hearts, as were hardened the hearts of those before you. According to this statement, my poor reading and my understanding, by reading the Quran, reciting it for a long time, it could harden your heart, right? So bear in mind that your reciting for a long time may not harden your heart, as were hardened the hearts of those before you. Okay, that's what the statement says. And then he continues by saying, we used to recite a surah, which let's begin it again, okay? Because this is going to be interesting. Please kindly share this video for us. Share, because I can see the shares on Facebook, whether on Facebook or on YouTube. I have a lot of people watching me right now on both platforms. Please share. I want people to see this. Okay, we won't keep long. We used to recite a surah, which is a chapter. Surah means chapter, which resembled in length and severity to Surah Barat. So this is what the verse is saying. There was a chapter which was in the length of Surah Barat. Okay? And I, however, forgotten it, with the exception of this which I remember out of it. So this man is telling us there was a surah Barat, right? There was a verse which was in the length and the severity of Surah Barat, but he has forgotten it. Listen carefully. If there were two valleys full of riches, so let me say this, okay? He has forgotten the surah. This is what he remembers from the verse. This is what he remembers from the verse, right? So he's telling us, exception of which I remember out of it. So this is what he remembers from the surah. If there were two valleys full of riches for the sons of Adam, he would long for a third valley, and nothing will fill the stomach of the son of Adam but dust. This statement is the one that he remembers from that surah. So where can we find this statement in the Quran, the modern day Quran? Where is this? I'm still waiting. You see the point here? You get a point. The one highlighted in yellow, that is the verse that he remembers. Now, where can we find this verse in the Quran? We have Muslims on the line. See, they're all quiet. They don't want to deal with the topic. No, they want to deal with the topic. How can Jesus be God? That is what they are dealing with. How can? They are questioning God. Like, how can you be God? You see the logic here? The unbelieving, that is unbelievers. They claim they are believers. Even their God, Allah, in the Quran, say, questioning himself, how can I have a son if I don't have a wife? How can God speak like this? Like, I'm also questioning. I'm doubting God now. How can God say, how can I do this? Then why are you almighty? Are you almighty or not? So if God is almighty, then you as a human being, you cannot say, how can you? If God Almighty decides to do something, who are you to say, how can you do this? Where is the sense in this? That is what unbelievers say. Because if you believe that God is Almighty and God is wiser than you and God knows better than you, if God does something, who are you to say, how can God do this? Who are you? That is foolish talk. That's what I would say, okay? Because Bible says, only the fool says in his heart, there is no God. So you doubting, like you don't believe in God, that is a different topic. So let's focus on what is on the screen. What is highlighted? What is highlighted in yellow is a Quranic verse. Modern day Quran, can you show us this verse from the modern day Quran? If the Quran has been preserved from day one, right, till now, Where is this verse in the Quran today? Because if it has been memorized, 300 people were there. So we should find the verse. It cannot disappear from 300 people's brain. So even if the one forgets it, the other man must remember it. So where is this verse in the Quran today? That's the topic of the day. Is the Quran really preserved from day one till now? And what we are seeing, according to the sources from the Muslims themselves, it is clear that no, it is not. Exactly. Concord is saying, God give Mary a child without a man, but the same God need wife before having a son. Look at this statement. Just think about it. The statements are clear. Look at it. It turned to now it turned into insult. What has turned into insult? Nothing has turned into insult. Okay, a foolish talk is a foolish talk. A fool is a fool. Okay, it's not an insult. No. If you say the truth, it's not insulting. Okay, the Bible says it clearly, because you see now, like a son, as a father, if a son, my child, that I'm raised, that I brought up, that I brought to this world as a father, is saying he didn't see me like mating with his mother. He didn't see that, so I am not the father. He just came on his own because he didn't see the process. Then he's fooling himself. He's a fool. And that's what the Bible is. You see all this creation, you see everything that God has done, and you are still denying it. You are still denying the existence of God, and you think all this came by chance? That is what he's saying. A fool says in his heart, there is no God. And that is a good statement. Because I will be a fool to sit here in this big room with my piano here, right? Everything there, with the screen, with my laptop, with my phone. By the way, I have the Galaxy S24. It's already here, okay? So if you want to support, you can support in the comment section, or you can see the details there in the subscription. Somewhere you'll find my details, okay? I'll be a fool to think all these things just came by chance. This big room that I'm sitting in with my piano, right? And all this light, the webcam, the computer, the internet, all by chance. It just automatically happened because I'm so special. That would be a foolish talk if I think like this. And that is exactly the same thing. If you think all this universe, the air, the water, the land, mountains, flowers, animals, all these things just by chance, the sun, you think all this by luck, that you are fooling yourself, my guy. It's not an insult, it's a true statement, okay? So let's continue. So we want to see this verse in the Quran. It's not there. That means the Quran has been changed. The one highlighted in yellow, make a screenshot. Let me go out from the screen. Make a screenshot. Show it to your Muslim friends, Muslim brothers who claim that the Quran has been preserved for whatever, how many long. Let them prove it to you. Okay, so where is this verse in the Quran? Where is this verse in the Quran? Okay, that's what you have to ask them. Let's continue. And we used to recite a surah which resemble one of the surah of Musabbihat. Okay, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing the word. According to what I've just, this Surah Barat, right? Surah Barat, it is speaking about Surah 9, Quran chapter 9, Surah to Baqarah. That is the original name for Surah to Baqarah. You get a point? Original name for Quran chapter 9. That is the original name. And the one was telling us said they had a verse which resembled the length, a whole chapter. It resembled the length and the severity to this chapter 9. Do you get what? Do you understand what is going on here? Quran chapter 9 has 129 verses. 129 verses. And this hadith is telling us there was a chapter which resembles in length and severity like Quran chapter 9. So a whole chapter is like gone. And when he says severity, because Quran chapter 9 is when it gives you these harsh orders. That is why in Quran chapter 9, the whole Quran, right? Only Quran chapter 9 does not begin with in the name of Allah. Something like this. It goes straight to the point. So there was a Quran chapter which resembles in length and severity of Quran chapter 9. I have, however, forgotten it. With the exception of which I remember out of it. And this is what he remembers. The one in yellow. Let's continue. And we used to recite a surah which resemble one of the surahs of this surah here. So there is another surah. It also resembles this surah. Okay? I have forgotten it, but remember this much out of it. Oh, people who believe, why do you say that which you do not practice? And that is recorded in your neck as a witness against you, and you would be asked about it on the day of resurrection. So this is what he remembers out of that surah too. You get a point? I'm trying to see something here. So this is what it's saying here. Chapters are gone. Gone. We don't have it. It's not there. No, it's not Surah Cow. It is the Barat Surah. The Barat Surah. It is Surah chapter 9. Chapter 9. That is the original name for it. Okay. So this is what their sources are telling us. So how can you say the Quran has been preserved from day one? Now let me give out the link, okay? Because I don't want this one to be too long. The last time I came live, because I have a lot of videos done and I only have a limited space left, I stayed too long and the space was overdue. So it froze on me, right? Because there was no space and it froze on me. We have a brother here, okay, from YouTube. Greetings, brother, okay. Tata Sadiq. Please stop claiming the knowledge that you don't know, okay? This is beyond your understanding. I think this is a clear statement that he's making. I never claimed to know anything. And that is why we are here, Tata Sadiq, please. That is why we are here. You know better than me. I can agree. I'm not saying I know anything. But that's what Muslims tell us. They tell us the Quran has been preserved from Muhammad's time till now. That is a statement. It's a statement. They are saying it to us. Now we read the books that you give to us, okay? Because if you read the books and then you know, and according to the books, this is what the book is saying. So what do you mean I am claiming to knowledge that I don't? What does that even mean? He wants to shut you down. You see the tactics here is, you keep quiet, don't speak, don't speak. Don't ask questions about my religion. I can question you like Abdullah is doing here. In the comment section on Facebook, Abdullah is asking questions about Christianity. You ask questions about Islam, keep quiet. Some of the Muslims will come and say, keep quiet. If you came here and I'm insulting, and then you was telling me, yo, why are you insulting? That would be a different topic, right? But that's not the case. I'm not insulting you. I am not insulting you. I am not insulting Muslims. I am only asking the claim that the Muslims make. I am just like, look at what your sources are saying. So, Tata Sadiq, do you have the courage and the knowledge, since you know much, to call in and explain to us? It is simple. It is simple. Let me say it like this. It is simple, right? You have the knowledge. You have the courage. Telephone number is coming. Telephone number is right there on the screen. WhatsApp call. You can call in. Telephone lines are open. Okay. Uh-oh. According to the WhatsApp, I don't know if some people are trying to call in, but I don't think so. Because it's saying something like, I need to let some file go on WhatsApp, okay? Because it's full. So I'll try and clean something so maybe people can call in. So if you want to call in, the link is out there. I've already given out the link. As I'm saying, when we come here, I don't come on live. I don't come live. I don't show my face because I'm not afraid. It's not like I'm not afraid of anybody. It's not like nobody can touch me. Did I say it correct? It's not like people cannot touch me. Of course, we have wicked people. We have people who don't fear God. We have people who have like brain control damage. They have damage. Okay, you don't know what is somebody's head. So I understand the danger. So when I come here and I'm speaking about Islam, I know that we have people who go beyond what maybe they have been taught. I don't know, right? So I don't want to say something which I cannot back it up, at least from the Islamic sources. So whatever I say, I have the reference to back it up. So if you have a problem, what happens? If you have a problem, you deal with the reference. Okay, my guy, you are speaking. This reference that you are presenting to us is fake. We don't accept this reference. And you give me why you don't accept it, but he accepts it. At least the reference is Sahih. You deal with the reference, not with me. If only you are honest, intellectually honest, and you were sincere to yourself, you will not blame me for reading. It's like somebody reading the Bible, and the Bible is there is a verse in the Bible which says Jesus is a man. It is there in the Bible. Yes, he is a man, but it's also in the Bible that Jesus is the first and the last. It is also there. It is also there that Jesus is a prophet. It's all there. So if somebody is reading this verse, I don't have to be angry with the person. Yes, we accept, we believe, we accept Jesus is fully man, fully God. But at least it is there. So if you are saying Jesus is a man, I'm not going to say, no, it's not true. It is true. He is a man. But he's not only a man. He is the word of God. He is God. Okay. Now somebody has been able to call. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good afternoon. I can see you're live.
Yeah, I'm live right now. Okay, almost done. But did you so what can we do for you? Kagaran is there.
I didn't actually watch it. I just logged in and I saw you live. I said we have finished discussion the last time because you were in a haze and you play a video for me. You say I should watch it and pause it to see the references that the other guy gave on the contradiction in the Bible regarding Ahazia.
Okay, so are you saying you didn't watch this program? You have a different topic?
No, this particular program I didn't watch it. I just logged and I saw you, and I remember we have unfinished discussion.
Okay. Then Kagaran, because this one I don't want to mix it up. Okay, I want this one to be straightforward. So if you don't, if you don't have anything to say about this one today, maybe you have to catch me another time when I'm speaking like an open dialogue. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So this topic, do you want to know what it's about?
What is it about?
It is about if the Quran has been preserved and nothing has been changed from the Quran or gone out missing from the time of Prophet Muhammad till now.
Okay, that's the topic.
That's the topic. Yes.
I have a lot to say, but I'm not in the right place to bring all those evidences because I can not cram all what I need to tell you.
No, okay, no
But
worries.
I have a lot of things to say with regarding to that because I saw you posted a video, no, a picture about one particular verse that is not in the Quran. That somebody, one of the Sahaba, said he had forgotten the verse, but he remember something like then he recited the verse, and that particular verse is not in the Quran. So indicating maybe Quran have been changed or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So what do you say about that?
You know, there is explanation to that actually. It's because you don't understand that.
Now explain it to us now. We are listening.
Okay. Since I told you I don't have books now, I didn't cram what I need to give you as references, but let me highlight it for you. Maybe next time when I'm in the right place, we can discuss in depth about it. Before the Quran is completed, before it is finally compiled, there were verses that were revealed. And later, those verses were in the Quran, and later they were abrogated. They were removed. Did you hear that?
I'm listening. Yes. Okay. So
that particular verse you posed was among the verses that were abrogated. Had it been I have the number of the hadith, I will have give you that particular hadith you are talking about, explaining that this particular verse that the Sahaba recited is among the verses that were removed in the from the Quran.
So what you are saying is
it was in the Quran, it was later removed, it was abrogated.
Abrogated
because
means
there is a verse in the Quran that Allah says, we don't abrogate a verse unless we have a verse that is similar to it or better than the one we abrogate. There is a verse in the Quran that
it's true. It's true. So
that particular verse you posted is abrogated.
Okay, so a verse that is abrogated, does it mean that the verse is no more in the Quran?
It's not in if you read the Quran, you will not see the verse. It's not there.
Yeah, but are there right now the Quran that we have? Do we have abrogated verses in the Quran right now?
There are verses that are abrogated yet in the Quran, and there are verses that are abrogated not in the Quran.
So who decided which verse you have to take out from the Quran because it is abrogated? Where did Allah say the verses that are abrogated, you can take some out and you can leave some in?
This is what I'm telling you. The Prophet Muhammad is the one that tells his Sahaba, I think, I can't remember, I'm not in a place of research. I think it's Zayd bin Ka'ab, maybe to write the Quran. So he's the one that tells him what to write and what not to write.
So Allah, hold on. So when Allah brings a verse, right? Listen carefully. You believe in the revelation. Allah brings the verse, and then Prophet Muhammad recites it, and they memorize it. And the verse is like it's being used for the Muslims. And then later on, it will be then abrogated. So before it will be abrogated, it is being used by the Muslim. It's in the Quran, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if it is in the Quran already and they are using it, and then later on Allah changes that verse, the verse is still in the Quran, but the next one will come, and then they will say this verse abrogates this verse, and then
Okay, let me explain. After the Quran is completed, who is to check whether what I asked you to write, you have write it completely now that it is completed? Now that the revelation of the Quran is 100% completed, Prophet Muhammad has his own person that is writing the Quran for him. Let's say he said, put this abrogated verse. And he put it. And when the Quran is completely revealed 100%, he will have to check what his Sahaba wrote completely. What do you write from A to Z? Is it what I asked you to write from A to Z? He will tell you, no, change X to Y. No, change Y to X.
What do you hold on, Kagaran? What do you mean he will say he will tell you no? What do you mean he will tell you no?
If the person writing the Quran, maybe he writes something that the Prophet Muhammad tell him to write. Okay, now there is a verse that abrogates that verse. Then Prophet Muhammad can decide to tell him there is a verse that abrogates this one, remove this one, or put this
No.
one.
Hold on.
Revealed to me.
Are you saying Prophet Muhammad can throw away the verse of Allah?
How can Prophet Muhammad throw away the verse of Allah?
That's what you are saying, because the book of Allah is not the book of Muhammad. Hold on. Do you have any references where Allah says Muhammad has the right to throw away his own words, the words of Allah?
Who said Prophet Muhammad is to throw away the word of
Now
Allah?
so where are they? You said that because he said the verses are no more in the Quran today.
Based on the revelation revealed to Prophet Muhammad, if for example there is a particular verse that Allah revealed to Prophet Muhammad, and Prophet Muhammad asked Zayd bin Ka'ab to write, and he wrote it down, and another verse came that abrogates that particular verse. Prophet Muhammad is the one we are following. He has that logic to know whether this verse should remain or shouldn't remain. Why? Because he is doing his things with regarding to our religion based on what Allah has revealed to him. That's why it says, وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. He doesn't speak on his own regarding these things we are talking about.
So are you saying? Hold on. So that means, right?
By inspiration, this is how you will do this. This is how you will do that.
Kagaran.
Yeah.
The topic of the day, that is the Quran preserved from day one till today. Not a single word has been changed. That is what the claim is, right? But right now, what you are telling me, the Quran, which was there at the time of Prophet Muhammad, the time of the Prophet Muhammad, it has been changed. Prophet Muhammad has removed some verses out.
That is not what I told you. I said after the Quran is 100% completed, that is why we are saying.
How do you know when? How do you know when the Quran was 100% completed? Where did Allah say this? When was the last verse revealed? How did you know this is the last verse, and after this verse, nothing is coming after this verse? How did you know this?
If there is any, Prophet Muhammad will have told us.
Yeah, so where did Prophet Muhammad say this is the last verse?
Today, I have fulfilled your religion for you.
Are you saying that is the last verse that came?
There are two opinions regarding to the last.
I'm not asking. I'm asking you. I want you to answer the question clearly, Kagaran. Are you saying that is the last verse that came?
There are two opinions with regard to that.
So why are there two opinions? Are they guided or not? Why do they have two? Is there two opinions from?
That is why I tell you. I need to be where I can show you references.
So hold on, Kagaran. Let me read this hadith for you. Okay, it is from Aisha.
So you don't want me to go now. When I want to talk about
let me read this hadith for you. It is from Aisha. Okay, so let's see what Aisha says. I want you to, maybe you have a different understanding than me. Aisha, okay, Allah be pleased with her, reported that it had been revealed in the Quran that 10 clear suckling make the marriage unlawful. So Aisha is saying here, listen carefully, it is in the Quran that 10 clear suckling make the marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated and substituted by 5 suckling, and Allah apostle died, and it was before that time found in the Holy Quran and recited by the Muslims. So Aisha is saying there was a verse in the Quran which was 10 clear suckling, but that verse which was in the Quran was abrogated and was substituted with 5 suckling. And it was in the Quran before Prophet Muhammad died. Can you show us the verse that about 5 suckling in the Quran?
I don't have any reference to give you as I tell you before we start this discussion.
But what I've just told you, because you believe the Quran has been preserved.
That is why I told you there are a lot of things about it. We can discuss it when I'm at the right place to do all this stuff.
No, okay. So Kagaran, then I'll have to let you go. Okay.
Because the Bible is, I have it in my memory. Like I don't need to be checking Bible to cut verses. So that one is a minor with regarding to the contradiction. But for the Quran, there are things I will have to check.
Okay, no problem. Kagaran, then maybe next time, okay? Because let me see if people can call in too, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you for calling. So what the brother was saying right now, okay, he's a Muslim brother too from Nigeria, okay? He's a regular caller on the platform. Very, very kind. Very kind, okay? At least when he calls in here, presents himself in a very good manner, no insulting, trying his best to give us what he also understands. Okay, and that's why I say it is possible. We know we have rotten fruits or bad apples everywhere, but some Muslims, they are open-minded also to like have a conversation. And whenever he calls here, he does his best. But as usual, right, to my understanding, he is saying when Allah sent his revelation, and then the revelation is in the Quran, and Allah abrogates it, then Prophet Muhammad can decide, okay, don't bring this one in the Quran right now. Bring only the abrogated verse. So how do we know this verse abrogates this? Think about this well, okay? So that's what he's saying. Now we want to know, according to Aisha, there should be a verse in the Quran speaking about 5 suckling. Let me see what this brother is saying. As you can see, he doesn't even know his own book. He's only repeating what he was told by his imam about the Quran. Fact. Okay, that's what our brother Samuel is also saying here, okay? Let's see what... Let's read some comments too, because I have to leave. I have to go very soon, okay? I think I have made my points clear. And we have also in the Quran, let me try and show this reference to, or at least the collection of the Quran. Okay, from Sahih Bukhari. Let me put it on the screen so that you will see when Muslims, right? We don't have anywhere Christians are burning the Bible to cover up things. No. The Apocrypha. When you speak about the Apocrypha, right? You can find all the books today. You know where you can find them. I can go online right now, and every book that you don't find maybe in my Bible, you will find it still online today. Where is the hiding? If you want to have the Apocrypha with the old books, you can find them today. But when it comes to Islam, their leader burnt the books. The book, he is speaking about Prophet Muhammad compiling the book, right? Compiling the book, making it perfect. We don't have that one. We don't have the book of Prophet Muhammad anymore. We don't even have the book of Uthman, because the Quran that is there today, it is the Hafs Quran. Who is Hafs? The majority of people are following the Hafs Quran. I remember when we started doing this topic about Islam and stuff like this, right? And I was speaking about with a Muslim, somebody, a born Muslim. He didn't know that Hafs was even a man. A man. He didn't know this. He thought Hafs was just the recitation is the Hafs. He did not know as a Muslim. And he was coming to laugh at me. Baba Gida, Michiao, Baba Gida. He was coming to laugh at me. I said, Hafs was a man. He didn't know. So I had to prove it to him that Hafs was a man. Then he was quiet. Who is Hafs? Why is Hafs' name on the Quran that we have today? Why? Have you asked this question? Even though Muslims themselves, they say Hafs is a liar. Muslims agree in general that Hafs is a liar. But the Quran that they have today, at least the majority, is from Hafs. Recitation from Hafs, according to Hafs. But he is a liar. So they are receiving their Quran from a liar. Not the Quran of Abu Bakr or the Quran of who? Uthman. No. Hafs Quran, Hafs recitation, but he is a liar. Because there is no hadith from Hafs. All the hadith from Hafs is being rejected. So why do you reject his hadith, but you accept his recitation of the Quran? Think about this, okay? As you can see on the screen right now, I am not the one saying anything. I'm just presenting to you the references. The collection of the Quran, that is the chapter's name. And this is a long reading. Sahih al-Bukhari, 4987. Okay? 49:87. I don't want to do the reading. It's too many reading here, okay? Because if I start reading this, it is going to like cause problem. But at the end, listen carefully. This is what happened. I'm going to read from here. If you want to read this, I'll post it in the link in the comment section. Let me post it in the comment section. I want you to take your time and read it. Copy. Paste. You can have this in the comment section. Read it for yourself. Because at least my reading is poor anyway. It maybe confuse you. But let me try and read this portion here for you, okay? I've posted it. You can also pause it and read it. I'm going slow. You can pause it and read it your own, okay? Let's start reading from here. Okay. It says Hafsa sent it to Uthman. Uthman sent that they should go and collect the manuscript from Hafsa. Hafsa sent it to Uthman. Uthman then ordered Zayd ibn Thabit, okay, and Abdullah ibn, the names are there. So Uthman, the caliphate, ordered these 4 people, right, to rewrite the manuscript. To do what? To rewrite the manuscript in perfect copies. So was the Quran, was that what they had, was it perfect? Did Prophet Muhammad leave them with a perfect Quran? If so, why do they need to rewrite in a perfect copies? Let's continue, okay? Uthman said to the 3 Qurayshi men, in case you disagree with Zayd on any point in the Quran, then write it in the dialect of Quraysh. So this statement here, there could be disagreements. Why would they have disagreements if Prophet Muhammad gave them the perfect Quran? And now they are being ordered to write it in the Quraysh. So the Quran that we have today, it should be in only Quraysh dialect. Because they are all Qurayshi men, Qurayshi people writing this. And the Quran should be in one dialect. But according to their sources, the Quran was revealed in 7 modes. If Uthman is making a perfect Quran here, and then saying they should write them in one dialect, which is the Qurayshi dialect. Listen carefully what he said. The Quran was revealed in their tongue. The Quran, write it in the dialect of the Quraysh, because the Quraysh was the Quran was revealed in their tongue. They did so, and when they had written many copies, Uthman returned the original manuscript to Hafsa. So where is this original manuscript? Why do we have the Quran of Hafsa? Hafs Quran. And this is not the Hafs. This is not the one that we have today. Okay. Uthman sent to every Muslim province 1 copy of what they had copied, and ordered all the other Quranic materials, that is the evidence, whether written in fragmentary manuscript or a whole copy, be burnt. So his evidences, right? So the Quranic material, like when I said about when it comes to the Apocrypha, you can find all the books today. But when it comes to them, they burn all the evidences. So now we have to depend on Uthman. And this is what they put their salvation on, and that's why they are attacking the Bible, because they have nothing against the Bible. And that's the truth. Okay, so I think today's video is clear. To my understanding, the preservation, no, there's no preservation. That is to me. Make the decision for yourself. If you show the Muslims why Jesus is God, they deny it. Their decision. I cannot force them, right? I cannot force them. So when I have also my decision, my opinion, I think I can say it without you claiming that I am insulting you. Right? Without you claiming I am doing what? Insulting you. I'm giving you the reason why I believe the Quran has not been preserved, because based on the sources, verses, chapters are gone. No preservation at all. Okay. So if we give you this verse from the Bible where Jesus is clearly confirming that he is God and you still deny it, I cannot say you are insulting. So if I am reading for you your own source, don't say I am insulting. Please don't do so. Exactly. Okay. So this is a clear verse on the screen, which I want you as a Muslim to see. Jesus Christ himself is confirming he is God. The verse is on the screen. We have a lot of verses. After the resurrection, one of his disciples said to him, "My God, my Lord, my Lord, my God." Jesus said to him, "Thomas, because you have seen me, you have believed." Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. Never did he say, "Why are you calling me God? Why are you calling me Lord?" Never. If he was a Muslim, according to you as a Muslim, who claimed Jesus was a Muslim, would he be a good Muslim? Would he be a good Islamic prophet when somebody is calling him Allah and he said nothing? Think about this. You claiming Jesus was a Muslim, would you accept Prophet Muhammad if you called Prophet Muhammad, Ya Allah? And Prophet Muhammad said, "You are a good man. You believe I am Allah." Would you accept it? Could Prophet Muhammad claim to be Allah and accept you calling him Allah? Probably, but who knows? Who knows? Okay, but all the prophets in Islam, none of them would have but Jesus, and no prophet in the Bible will accept that to be called God like this. But Jesus did, because he is simple and titian, simple and short. Jesus has did it because he is God. Okay, so this is how I'll end the conversation here. A clear statement: is the Quran really preserved? My answer will be no, it is not. Look at this brother here. Who wrote this verse? Look at this. Now he's speaking about the writing. It's anonymous. Does that change the message? Look, but when you ask the same question, if I say John, okay, John wrote this one. So what? Does that change it? So it's not about, they don't know that the Bible says Jesus is God. They know, but they only find ways. They only want ways. Who wrote this? When you ask them the same questions about maybe Waraka wrote it. Maybe Waraka wrote this. John wrote it on Jesus' authority. Look at this. On whose authority? Look at this. On whose authority do you circumcise your children? Show me where Allah, I want authority from Allah, because Muhammad is a man. Muhammad made mistakes. He said things that Allah rebuked him for saying. He did things which Allah rebuked him. So on whose authority do you circumcise your children? Show me from Allah. Who wrote it? Did Muhammad write anything? Jesus said, yes, Jesus already said it. You see now, Jesus commanded him to write it. Yes, Jesus said to his disciples, go make disciples of all nations. Matthew chapter 28, verse number 19. I'm done. I'm about to go, but I will give you this to you before I leave, okay? Let's read Matthew chapter 19. The logic that you apply for the Bible, they don't apply it for the Quran. No. This question that he's asking, on whose authority? On who wrote it? Did Allah say Uthman should burn any Quran? On whose authority did Uthman burn the Quran? On whose authority did Uthman try to preserve the Quran? Did Muhammad fail to preserve the Quran? Is that what you are saying? Show us where Allah said Prophet Muhammad said Uthman can burn Quran. Please show us the same logic. Look at the question that he's asking. You see, that's what I mean. Did Muhammad meet Jesus in his life? He's asking this question. Did Muhammad meet Jesus in his life? Why is Muhammad speaking about Jesus? You see the logic here? Because they have nothing. They know that when they accept the Bible, it will condemn Islam. Let me show this to you on the screen. Okay. So it says here, and Jesus came and spoke to them, saying, have to go. All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. All authority. From who? From the Father. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all nations. Are you not the same people who say Jesus only for the children of Israel? Because you don't read in context. You don't understand. Now, Jesus is commanding, go and do jihad. That's what you said, right? You said jihad means, Jesus is telling his disciples, go and do jihad to all nations. There was them trying to make jihad, to redefine what jihad means. So Jesus is saying, go and do jihad for all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, let me ask you, Yusuf, you are on the screen right now. Can you tell me, can you say in the comment section if you are a man? Let me show that. I have to leave, man. I have to go. Let me see, because he's demanding the link, okay? Because maybe this one is going to be short. The telephone number is there. Let me give out the link. Yusuf, you have 5 minutes to call in, okay? You have 5 minutes to call in. And we can speak for 5 minutes and I have to go. But really for 5 minutes. Yusuf, can you as a Muslim, can you say you are going to do jihad in the name of Allah, in the name of Angel Gabriel, the name of Muhammad? Can you say that? I'm waiting for an answer. Can you say you are going to do jihad in the name of Allah, Muhammad, and Angel Gabriel? Can you say that? Can you make this statement to yourself? I want you to give an answer. Let's see if you have the courage to do so. If you're a Muslim too, please answer this question. Can you claim you are going to do jihad in the name of Allah, Muhammad, and Gabriel? Or in the name of Gabriel, Allah, and Muhammad? In the name of Muhammad, Gabriel, and Allah? Can you say so? Let me go accordingly, okay? Can you say, as a Muslim, you are going to do jihad in the name of Allah, Jibril, and Muhammad? Can you do so? If no, why not? And if yes, I want it to come from your own mouth. Come and say, yes, you can say so that we can cut that portion and post and let people know that you are doing shirk. Teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. So this is what Jesus is telling his disciples, that what he has taught them, what he has commanded them, they should go and teach. So if they go and they write what Jesus taught them, they have the right to do so. They have the go ahead. And I am with you even to the end of the age. Amen. Look at this statement. Amen. Can you show us in the Quran this statement? There is nowhere Allah said to the Muslims, when you pray, you should say amen. It's not even there. Even Surah Al-Fatiha, when they recite Surah Al-Fatiha, they recite it, and after they have recited it, they say Ameen. Where did it come from? Innovation, copy. Where did Allah say when you pray, you have to say amen? You don't have it in the Quran. And I'm waiting. You see the brother, I'm still waiting. Brother is saying I should read Revelation 1:19. Let me read Revelation 1:19. We are waiting for you, my brother. Where are you? Where are you? I don't have time. I don't have too much time. Please, come on. Come on. We are waiting on you. Okay. Let me see. Revelation 1:19. Hey, let me talk. Let me talk. I talk too much because I have the space to talk. I'm speaking the truth. So if you are speaking the truth, you have to say it. Okay? Show us where Allah said, when you pray, you should say amen. You see, when he came in, I've sent the link already. I've sent the link many times. Look at this. What do you mean you can't call the number? People just called me. Somebody just called me. A Muslim brother just called me. I just had a conversation with a Muslim brother. You see now, finding excuses not to call, not to join. It is my fault. He's going to blame me. He's going to blame me that it is my fault. I am the one like playing games. Somebody just called in. Okay. Let me. Somebody said I should put Revelation 1:19. It says it on the screen. Write the things which I have seen, okay, and the things which are, and the things which will take place after this. Yeah, he's here now. Okay, so all of a sudden you were able to join.
Hey, Seto.
Yusuf.
Yeah. So I couldn't see the link. I just saw that you posted it in the comments. Okay. Now what to say?
Yeah, everything okay. Yusuf, you were asking questions that I don't know why you keep on asking the same questions day in, day out.
What same question? So what question? The last time I asked you about one verse where like you told me that Jesus was quoting from Moses, right? So
okay.
The verse was "Hear, O Israel." What was the verse? The exact verse. Can you put it on the screen?
No. First of all, we have to focus on what we are doing today because the time I don't want to bring a whole new topic, right?
No, okay. So if we are going to focus on what we are doing today, then I would like you to answer my question, the question that I asked you, because the answer you gave was not appropriate.
Okay, so what is the question? What is the topic of the day? What is the topic of the day?
Let me re-ask the question.
No, what is the topic of the day?
Sorry?
What is the topic of the day?
I didn't join because you told me you were leaving. I asked you the question before you asked me to join, right? So let's answer that question.
Yeah, join and answer the question that we had because I want to have a conclusion.
Seto, what was the reason why you wanted me to call?
Because
the reason you wanted me to call was
program.
about the question I asked you, right?
I get it. I know. Listen
exactly. So let's deal with that one.
Hold on. I have spoken for 2 hours right now.
Okay.
Said a lot of things about Islam, right?
Yeah.
And you as a Muslim,
you said a lot of things about Islam, but yeah, I joined.
So at least maybe I was lying. Maybe I have misunderstood things. Maybe I was misrepresenting something. How can you just come in and ignore all that I have said about Islam and pretend I didn't say anything?
So wait. In the comment, I asked you a question. You were trying to answer the question, and then I asked you to throw in the link. I'm joining because of this, right? Because I joined you late. I don't know all the conversation that you've had earlier.
Okay, but, so I want people to get this clear, Yusuf. Yeah. I have spoken over 2 hours right now. I have 2 hours and 4 minutes on the screen right now. Said a lot of things, made a lot of claims about Islam. Are you trying to tell me none of them was falsehood, right? So you are like confirming, ignoring it because that is the truth. Is that what you're doing?
Sorry, again.
I said, for you not addressing none of what I said, it's a confirmation that what I was saying is true.
No, how can I address something that you've said if I didn't know what you said?
So you mean you never heard anything of which I said for 2 hours? You didn't hear anything.
I joined you late, and you were talking about one verse where I saw that you were talking about one verse from the Bible, and then I asked you who wrote what's the name? I joined you. Look, Seto, I joined you late after this guy called you. There was this guy who called you. Someone called you from Nigeria. Yeah, I joined you that late. Around that time, and then I left again because I have normally this is the reason I don't call, because I have a boy here. He's just with me right now. Sometimes he needs, like, I need to go and do something for him, so I left and then I came back, and then I saw that you were talking about one verse from the Bible.
Okay, so it is amazing. So you joined me, he saw me doing the video the whole time. So let me because the topic today was about the preservation of the Quran. Do you hold the idea that the Quran has been preserved from day one till now? Nothing has been changed, nothing has been removed, nothing has exactly from day one till now. The Quran is the same.
I have that idea, yes.
Okay, so how come then Aisha is saying some verses are gone?
So you see, I don't know if you can hear my voice.
It's okay, you are a father. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's the reason why normally I don't call. So yes, I hold the idea that the Quran is preserved, right? Nadim, come here. Come. So just a minute.
No, take your time. It's okay, I understand. I have the same situation here.
Does he come around when you're doing
my daughter? Immediately she sees me live she will come run in the camera, and it's amazing.
Okay, so we know that Allah has taken upon himself to preserve the Quran, right? Do you know about this verse?
I heard the Quran say something like this, yes. Uthman was the one who preserved it.
So if Allah himself has said this, then I trust what Allah is saying. I trust my Lord, what he has said. Because we believe in the Quran is our guide. The Quran is our guide. Whatever the Quran says, let it come. So you see,
I get it.
I have a lot to tell you, but
still, what do you say about what is on the screen right now? According to Aisha, what do you?
Seto, I think it's not going to.
It's not going to happen. Okay, it's okay.
It's okay. Maybe we can. I don't know what time is it at your place right now.
It's 2:06. 2:06.
So it's over here like 4:06. So 2 hours different. We can make it like in the evening.
No, I know it's not going to be possible because in the evening I will be in the situation that you are in right now. My daughter will be at
9. How about like 8 in your time? 8 in your time.
Today, after this program, it's not going to be possible again for me. I'm already 2 hours here. And this is only possible and being comfortable to do this because my daughter is in kindergarten right now.
Oh, okay.
Right? So she's not at home. And then I have to go,
How old is she?
She's 2.
Oh, this guy is also 2.
Yeah. But she's
anyway,
that's why I have to go. I have to go and pick her up right now.
Okay, Seto. I really wish we could talk, but he's not giving me the chance. So maybe another time I will try to join you.
You know what? Maybe
I will take your number. I will take your number and I will call.
In the comment section right now, we have a private chat over there, right? Can you type your number in? Can you type your number in, which I can contact you in the private chat?
Okay. I will send my number to you from Facebook, private.
No, send it here. Okay, I'm typing it here. Send it right now because. So if I have time, I will contact you and then we can have a conversation at the back.
Okay. No problem.
Do you see the message? I'll send you a message right now.
Okay. Let me type it to you.
Yes, please.
Okay. I sent it to you.
No, okay, I have it here. Okay.
Okay. So then when I'm free, we will have a conversation. Now I'm busy with this guy, so I have to leave right now. See you again.
Okay, see you again. Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. It's here for, I think so, this is very unfortunate, but I agree. It may be his luck. Let me say like this. But the children, right? If you have children, he said the boy is 2. I totally understand. My daughter is also 2. If she sees me online, she runs in, she opens the curtains like this, and my whole living room, my big piano disappears. If my daughter comes in, my piano disappears. Amazing. So I it's okay. I can understand. Okay, but I have someone on the line. Okay, let the Bible speak.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, greetings.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Yeah, by the grace of God, everything okay.
I got to say hello, like.
Let the Bible
I know
speak.
you are live.
Uh-huh.
I got to say
You couldn't join us today. Maybe yesterday I came live. I think not yesterday, maybe the day before. And the guy came here with Kagaran.
called in.
He called in, right? He was asking about.
He was demanding that I might be present. I was at work. I was working.
Yeah. He was demanding. He was coming with the Bible, the contradictions according to him. Yeah. Amazing.
The genealogy of Jesus Christ.
Exactly. That was one of his. Did you watch the video?
I watched the video.
Oh, nice. I was trying to call you and maybe let you know the minutes, the portion where he was asking this question, so that maybe you will see it.
I was.
No, okay.
Bob too has sent me a message that he wants us to have a discussion concerning the Jesus is not God according to him.
Oh, Bob, how is he? Because I haven't heard from him for a long time.
Yeah, I just heard from him like this morning. He just sent me a message.
Okay, because the last time you educated him on this verse, he was, after that, I never heard from him again. Yeah, really, since that day, right after that day, because he was really confident in what he was saying, and when you disproved him, you showed him another verse, and then from that day, but he was sick anyway. At that day, he was not feeling well. So from that day ongoing, I never heard from him again. Okay. Let the Bible speak. My time is up. I have to go now anyway, okay?
I got to say
Thanks for calling and checking up on Seto SSK, okay? Like the video and share it, okay? It goes to YouTube, please. Like the video and share it, okay? Seto SSK. But let the Bible speak. And casa later. Okay, bye-bye. 84. The conversation has come to an end, okay? We have to end everything here. I came to make my claim. Unfortunately, no Muslim, or fortunate for me, because when I'm saying something, right? Let's say I am not a liar. If I am reading something which I know to be true, according to the Islamic sources, they accept it. So I am reading from their own sources. I'm not like lying to you. You know what I mean? So if you have any problem with what I say, you have to first think to yourself, what the guy is saying. Where is the source coming from? If it is from your own source that you accept, then why are you mad at me? That's what I mean. You always have to think. If the Bible really says this, like the Muslims or the non-believers, they will quote a verse from the Old Testament, and God is saying, go to the Amalekites and do this and do that and do that. That is what the book is saying. If you are saying this, I shouldn't be mad at you. That is exactly what if the book is saying this. But if you want context, if you are saying this and you are making it out of context, you are saying, oh, because the Bible said it, so me, Seto too, we can go and attack people because it's there. No, I will say, no, that is not what the Bible is saying. The Bible is not commanding me, right? But if somebody just read what the Bible says, I can't be mad at him. It is in there. You get the point? You just need understanding. So if I say something like this, speak for 2 hours, and no Muslim can come in and say, oh, yes, we know this is what the hadith is saying, but no Muslim can do this, but give us understanding. It proves something for me that, okay, what I am saying is true, and they know it's true too. Because it's not like no Muslim is watching. They are in there. Today, right now, tomorrow you go and watch the video, over 3,000 people has watched. They see it, right? But they don't want to take it from me. as I'm saying, that's become a habit, something that you do. It is like somebody having a husband, let me say, or having a woman, right? And everything, the woman is treating you good, or the husband is taking care of you, everything is fine. And you are feeling comfortable. And then you find out that he has a very bad behavior, he's doing something bad. If you say it, maybe you are going to lose your marriage. But you are very comfortable. So sometimes they look away, they pretend as if they don't see what the husband is doing, because they are already comfortable in the situation where they are. So if you go and see, if you see it, then you have to speak about it. You have to say it. But if you say it, it's going to cause you to leave. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make a small example here. I hope it makes sense. This is my own analogy. Okay. So sometimes you see something which is not going well, but you can't say it, because if you say it, then you have to distance yourself from it. But if you distance yourself from it, then you will not be part of the society. You see the point here? So that's why some people refuse to see it. They refuse to see it, because if they see it, then they have to make the decision. Like the woman, knowing the husband is doing something fishy behind her, but the husband is taking care of her, doing everything correct for her. But if she sees it, she has to say something. And if she says something, she has to make a decision. She cannot see it and ignore it. Right? So sometimes they pretend not to see it. Unfortunately, some things like this are going on. Like in some homes, the mother sees the son has no work, the daughter has no work. He sleeps all day. Every night she goes out and comes home. In the morning, she can bring some money. In the morning, he brings some money. The woman knows something fishy is going on, but the son or the daughter is feeding her. So she pretends not to see what is going on. You get a point here? Because if she sees it and she says it, she is going to suffer, because there will be no money. Because whatever the son or the daughter is doing that evening is bringing money so that she will survive. And sometimes that is the reality. People don't want to see, they don't want to know. So they pretend they don't see, they don't know. You get a point. I hope this is clear, okay? So, but this is about our salvation. The salvation is important. Okay? I'm not saying you have to declare and now you're going around and like attacking people, insulting people for what they believe. No. Okay, Seto SSK. Okay, let's end this conversation here. Okay, God willing, we'll be back again with another topic. Okay, so if I said anything which I misunderstood or anything, you can correct me. You have your right to correct me too. But just trying to like intimidate me not to speak, intimidate me not to ask questions, that it means you want to hide something from me, right? That is a bad sign. Seto SSK, I'll end this conversation here by playing one more time the video, or should I not play? Let me see if I can play another video. Okay. Let me play another video. Okay, so let's end this conversation. Please share this video for us. If you are following me on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever, okay, follow me, like the videos on YouTube. Okay, you can subscribe, you can be a member. You have a Patreon page too. You can use the Patreon page to donate something for me. Okay. As I'm saying, I have the phone right now here. I told you before, Seto SSK. I used to have this one. Look at it. Look how similar they look like. Look at how similar they look like. I used to have this one, this Samsung Galaxy S23. It had an accident. It totally destroyed, damaged, okay? And then I have the new one, the new version, 24. It just came out, okay? I bought it. I use it a lot. I use it a lot to make videos, to do research, to do what. There's my own. I'm not buying this to come and demand it from you. No. That's not the purpose here. I didn't buy this so that you will pay it for me. But I'm just asking. It's just a request, okay? It wasn't cheap. To be honest, it wasn't cheap. I told my wife about this. She said, "What?" It wasn't cheap. So I am just asking, okay, in case you want to say, okay, Seto, we like your program, we want to help you too, okay? In this video that we are doing, I think if you check in somewhere down there, right, on YouTube, you can find a Patreon account, my Patreon account. I think it is there, and a PayPal. PayPal will be fast, okay? PayPal will be fast. If you say you enjoy my program, you want to donate something for me, it's okay. You can use the PayPal or you can use the Patreon. You can also subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot, right? We are in this year already, in March. For using this, what do we call it? StreamYard. StreamYard alone, I pay over like 200 euros. If I'm over 200 euros for 1 year, I think I have to cancel this one because it's expensive. I bought this phone already, and then StreamYard too, just for it to be like clean and neat and something like this. I paid 200 something euros for the whole year. And when you ask people to share, they don't want to share. When you ask people to like, they don't want to like. If I am getting something from YouTube, right, that will compensate a little bit. That will be okay. Because I'm using lights, I'm using StreamYard, I'm using all these things. I'm using this handy. It's all on me. Let me say all on me, okay? So that's the issue here. So if you want to support me, you can do that. Follow the link. Patreon, you can do one-time donation. You don't have to be a member and pay like every month to me. You can pay one time, say this is for you, Seto, or you can do that by being a member on this page too. It's not like you are going to get something exclusive. It is from yourself. You are giving it to me one time or something, supporting me. That is it, okay? And I'm saying, as I'm saying, it is from your own will. You are not doing this so that you get a promise. I'm not promising you anything, okay? So bear that in mind. So I have these two phones right now. This one is condemned. Let me show it to you. This one is condemned. It fell down and a car rolled over it. Okay, so this one is condemned. I cannot use it anymore. It's condemned. It turns on sometimes, but you cannot do anything. The screen is everything is gone. But this one is the new one. And as I must tell you, it's fantastic. Okay, it's like I'm doing a campaign for Samsung right now. It's fantastic. This one, woo, more energy. Okay, so that will be the day. That's what I have to say. So if you want to support me, PayPal is in the description below. Patreon is there, and also you can be a member on this YouTube page. Okay? You can like the videos and share the videos too. It will support because I have to do something. Seto SSK, please follow the page. And we will see you next time, okay? May the peace of Christ be with you all. Please follow the page on YouTube everywhere, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Just will tell me the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, violates Deuteronomy 18:20. So what does Deuteronomy 18:20 say? It says, "But the prophet who presumes to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him, or who speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet shall die." Okay, so what are they talking about with this verse? They're talking about the story of the satanic verses. Muslim scholars refer to it as Qissatul Gharanik or something like that. You know, when the prophet was in Mecca, he was reciting Surah Al-Najm, and he recited, "Afara'aytum al-Lata wal-Uzza wa Manata thalithat al-Ukhra." Have you not seen these three, Alat and Al-Uzza and Manat? These were considered to be goddesses among the pagans. And then Satan apparently whispered two false verses to the prophet, which he thought were divine revelation. وَتِلْكَ الْغَرَانِيقُ الْعُلْيَا وَإِنَّ شَفَاعَتَهُنَّ لَتُرْتَجَى. And eventually the prophet, the Muslims, and all of the idolaters prostrated. Word then spread that the prophet had compromised with the idolaters and everything just sort of got along. But then Gabriel informed the prophet of and those verses were removed from the Quran. So that's sort of the basic story.
There's another way of looking at it, and to see it actually as a confirmation of the prophethood, because Gabriel intervened and sorted this out. Anyway.
Yeah, and that's Ibn Taymiyyah's position, and it's a respectable position. And that's Ibn Taymiyyah's position, and it's a respectable position. And that's Ibn Taymiyyah's position, and it's a respectable position.
Initially. But of course, Muslim scholars who defended this story, so some defended it, some criticized it, but among the Muslims, those who defended the story, as being authentic would say, well, of course it happened, but in the end, the Prophet, peace be upon him, made that distinction, and what he gave us in the end is purely from God. There's nothing satanic in there. And the Quran, they will cite another verse of the Quran from the 22nd chapter, in the 52nd verse, which seems, according to their opinion, to allude to this incident.